It's Port Augusta. That's where I was born, here in Port Augusta. I was thinking, why my mother came to Port Augusta? Because like Auntie Jeannie there doesn't speak much English. I think, why she come to Port Augusta for? Because in the mid-40s there was a power in government, moving a lot of people around and shifting to this place. There's a mission out here, Devonport there, Umbrella Mission. Well, there was no house at the time. There was just somebody was living in huppies and that. Well, she lived there in the huppies. She brought down her elder sister, Maisie. Some of you know Maisie. She brought her down. Living at them Devonport at the time, or Umbrella Mission during the time. But yes, she stayed here for a while. And some of their family convinced her to go back to where she's from, up in the lands, but she stayed and she met my father. So she decided to marry him at the church at Devonport. 3 years later, something about 10 or 20 years, he passed away. So mother was devastated, lost her father or husband. And mother decided to take us family up to north to travel. In those days, you need to travel. So we travel in. Next slide, please. By train. She decided to take us up to Augusta when we was young. Some of those members track from here to Port Augusta, along to Flinders, onto Maori, up to Alice. That's where you used to travel to. Like I said, mother passed away, so we started to travel by train. Spent the time up there with his family. I think Keith, and Auntie there. I think it was spent most of the year there in Dada. Anyways, it was a great time there in Dada. We should watch the train to come around the corner. When you look towards the south, see the lights come around the corner, waiting for the train to pull up. I think there's a picture of the station there. Oh, Keith should know. Brother Keith, know where it's at. That's where the train usually pull up. We used to wait there for the train as well for lollies and that. The train pull up there, throw lollies to us as we're waiting. Yeah. Yeah, miss. The mother's like I said, decided that we stay there because that's up of our father. We was going to live there, but we said to mother, no, we go back to Port Augusta. It's better there. So we came back to Port Augusta. After that, when we checked the year, I thought the train track would close in 81 or 2, but it closed in the mid-80. Couldn't travel up to Augusta because of heavy floods and that. She'd have some sliders there. Yeah, that stopped us from traveling up to Augusta. Remember those days? Like Colleen, remember, and Brother Keith. This one here is pictures. They're pink. And that one a bit further south on that eye. What's the name of the bridge? Sorry? Oh, yeah. It was then. No, it got through, but when it rains in the Big River, where I'm from, that's seen some pictures of it in the mid-90s. When you get the high tide there, here, that's how much water go through there. Yep. Yeah. And somewhere in 1981, they closed the track completely. No trouble because heavy rain. It washed away the bridges and that, and You know, somewhere in 80, when that train track stopped, grandfather passed away. Mother couldn't, I think, kids or my grandfather. During the train track time, there were war in the 40s and that. They used to travel up to Darwin. After the war, there was soldiers were injured and they needed treatment. So some of them pull up in Alice, some pull up on the way to Anetta. My grandfather, he had one of the soldiers as well. Bandaged them, helped those get off the train to the hospital. But it would never been recognised. You go down to the Aboriginal League of Rights, you see his plaque name there. Nick Winton. It was since he passed away, we couldn't travel because of the bridge. So we travelled by car, not by glider. Don't look at the glider, by car. Yeah. The Kingswood, Holden. Yeah. I was going to put a picture of, Tony because he liked Falcon DT V8, but I decided to put a Holden. You know, travel by car to Onetta. Sometimes they're going to have a heavy flood and rain. They washed around the road, so we stayed here for a couple of months or a year, wait till everything settled. And I think that year, a lot of deaths in the family, so we stopped travelling up to Onetta. So we decided to Kupapiti, travel up there, spend time there for a year. Homesick, came in, so mother wants us to stay in Kupapiti, but same thing now, we want to go back home to Port Augusta, where he born. We're up here. And because like I said, the grandfather, he stood up, helped those come back to the wall. He didn't sit around, he just got up and helped those people who were sick and injured. So we have the next slide, please. This was filmed 2 years ago. There's nothing wrong. We have it every July, National Network Week, with the Torres Strait Islanders and Aboriginal. The theme last year was get up and stand up. You know anyone in the Bible that got up and stood up? Does anyone know? Anybody in the Bible who got up and stand up? Oh, close. Oh, close. Yeah, he was the middle of years. Well, I'll show the picture of this man who stood up. No. John the Baptist. He stood up. Yep. He stood up, got up. He didn't sit around. He got up because somebody was coming. He gave the message, make a clear path. Something coming greater than me. It's like fire. Anyway, we went down to the river, the Jordan. He seen his own eye. He met this person. So the next slide, please. Yes, he met Jesus. He said, John asked him if he wanted to be baptized, but Jesus said it must be done. It has to be done because they'll be hidden. So the next slide, like the NAIDOC week, get up and stand up. We can't be just sitting on the fence. We need to get off the fence and get up and do something because Jesus is coming. But we might get off the fence, but be back on the fence again. but we need to be off the fence all the time. We can't be just sitting around on the fence. We need to do God's work. So the next slide, please. We can't be just sitting there talking to our family what's happening, or talk to someone, against someone. What's the next plan? What's the future? But like I said, we need to get up, stand up for Jesus, because he's coming very soon, as we can see around the world. So the next slide. So what we need to do, we don't need to be sitting around. Get up, stand up, show up. There's one of each one of us here need to do that. Can't be just sitting around. We need to get up and stand up and show up, just like John the Baptist did. We can be our very example, so follow Jesus' example. Follow him, not chase the world or the world's things, worldly things. Just follow Jesus. The next slide. And this passage in Matthew. Get that. Yeah. Matthew chapter 5, 11, and 12. It reads. People read. We've got Jesus. We have to do it. The devil, he knows. Taking it out. The world is crazy. So, the read to see. Blessed are you when they rebel, persecute you, and say all kinds of evil against you, falsely for one's sake. Rejoice and be received that, for great is your reward in heaven. For so they persecute the prophets who were before you. So these prophets were persecuted before, so it's like today. When you come to Jesus, you're going to be the same as those who were before.